What up, guys? Boxing Maestros here. We're here to talk about the fight on Saturday between Keith one-time Thurman against Sebastian Fundora, the Towering Inferno. Here are the stats for the fight. Thurman is 37 years old. He's 5'9 and a half. He has 69-inch reach, 31 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, and 23 knockouts going for him. He's an orthodox fighter. That means he's right-handed. And Sebastian Fundora is 28 years old, 6'5 and a half. He's a fucking huge guy. His 80-inch reach, just like a heavyweight, and his record is 23 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw with 15 knockouts, and he's a southpaw. First key to victory for Keith one-time Thurman is his movement. He's very agile, he's very athletic, and that's what he has going for him, especially in the beginning of the fight, because Fundora's weakness, at least for me, is his movement. He's kind of robotic sometimes. He's so big, it takes him a while to move his feet, and I think Keith Thurman can expose that and take advantage of that, especially early in the fight. Do some moves. I think he did it with, who was it? I think it was like Danny Garcia, where Keith Thurman would do this, he punch him and do this, and then punch him and do this, and then punch him. If he does that against Sebastian Fundora, especially in the beginning of the fight, I think he will have success. Second key to victory for one-time Keith Thurman will be his power. He has to let Fundora get confident, make him think like he's not dangerous, and then just pop him with a big overhand right or a hook or something. But honestly, I think his overhand right is going to be his best weapon against Sebastian Fundora. So he's got that going for him. And also Fundora likes to trade, yo. Fundora likes to trade, and he has to throw combinations. So if we can catch him in between a combination, it would also be good for Keith Thurman, especially in the first half of the fight. Why do I keep saying the first half of the fight? Well, that's because Keith Thurman is 37 years old and Fundora is 28. So I don't know how Keith Thurman is going to show up. Honestly, I hope he shows up, good and ready. But he's very inactive, and he's getting up there in the age where he's almost 40, and Fundora is not even 30 yet. And he throws a lot of punches and a lot of combinations. Moving on. Keith Thurman has to also use his experience, yo. He has to use his experience. He has to lure Fundora in. He has to make Fundora fight whenever he wants to fight, get some distance in between him if he has to rest and things like that. And maybe start punching Fundora a little in the body, make him drop his hands, and then throw the big bounce up top whenever he's not expecting it. The X factor here for Keith one-time Thurman, I think, will be that Fundora's a slow starter, yo. Fundora's a slow starter, and it takes him a while to get going, and I think he can use that to his advantage, especially in the beginning of the fight, to try to get him out of there early if he possibly can, because it's going to be a tough fight for Thurman if the fight goes beyond the 6th round, because that's when Fundora doesn't stop coming. He's very imposing, he's a very tall guy, and that takes us to his keys to victory for Fundora. The keys to victory for Fundora are his size, stamina, and youth. Fundora has to use his size to impose himself on Thurman. He has to always be on top of him. He has to make him feel like he's the smaller guy. He has to make him feel like he's the weaker guy. That is going to get in Thurman's head, especially early. If he can't hurt Fundora, it's going to be downhill from there for Thurman. Second is his stamina. He has to make Thurman work. As we said, Thurman is 37, Sebastian's 28. Sebastian likes to throw punches, he likes to trade, he likes to throw combinations. So Sebastian Fundora has to make Thurman work whenever he doesn't want to work. Whenever Thurman throws 1 or 2 shots and he backs up and he tries to move around, he has to get right on him and start punching him, punch him to the body, punch him to the head, make him feel like he cannot rest in that ring. Third is his youth. Sebastian Fundora has to use his youth, yo. He has to use combinations. He has to go to the body. He has to. Thurman usually fights in spurts. So he gets in there, he'll throw 1 or 2 punches, and then he'll move. Maybe even 3 sometimes, and he'll move, and then he'll rest for a little bit, and then he'll throw 1 or 2. He's an explosive fighter. But he's not like a constant fighter that he's always jabbing, he's always throwing, he's always there in the pocket. Thurman goes in, and he's out. He goes in, and he's out. And Sebastian Fundora has to use his feet and his energy to drain him slowly, little by little. That takes us to the X factor, yo, for Sebastian Fundora. The X factor here is his body punching, yo. His body punch is going to take Thurman's energy away from him. It's going to take his will away from him, and it's going to take the fight away from him. The more the fight goes, the less likely that Thurman is going to hurt Fundora, and the less likely that he's going to win the fight. So Fundora has to go to the body. Thurman's been hurt to the body before. It's going to drain his gas tank. It's going to drain his power. It's going to drain his legs. And it's going to be all downhill from there for Keith Thurman, yo. So My prediction for this fight, as you guys may have noticed, is that Fundora is probably going to stop Keith Thurman. I don't think Thurman is in the age to still be fighting and competing at this level anymore. Sebastian Fundora is young, yes, but he is a champion. He is a champion and he's confident, and he's got energy, he's got combinations. Can Keith Thurman hurt him? Yes, Keith Thurman could definitely hurt Fundora, especially before maybe like the 5th round or whatnot. But after that, I think Keith Thurman is going to slow down plenty, and I think Fundora is going to start taking over and eventually stop him, maybe around the 10th, 11th round. Stay tuned for the fight. I'm going to be watching, I'll be posting, maybe I'll do a live before the fight or something like that. But I got Sebastian Fundora by stoppage, maybe around the 10th, 11th round. Sorry, Keith Thurman, but you had your chance to fight about 10 years ago and get up there, and you stopped. I don't know why you stopped, but I think it's a little too late for Keith Thurman. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and comment down below. See what you think about my opinion, and have a good one.